Hi, my name is Nurshazleen Najihah binti Ramzi. This video for assignment 1 AFT1023 management. I'm from class L1. Today I want to talk about characters. A character is a pioneer who has offered thought or strategy to create the proper management style. However, each character has an own personality and viewpoint. Consequently, we will talk about 4 characters. The first character is Henry Fagnon. He was born 29 July 1841 in Istanbul. His father worked as a foreman in Antibes at Lavaux. Henry was the first of 3 children. He studied to be as a mining engineer. After graduating in 1861, he remained loyal to his school. Later, hiring or seeking the council of alumni, he became a member of the school's alumni board. Fagnon spent his entire career in the same company. He married in 1875 and had 3 children, 2 girls and 1 boy. He died on 19 November 1925 in Paris. He renowned as the father of management. Fagnon began working in Saint-France in the Commentary School Mines as an intern in 1816, and in 1865 he became director, and by 1888 he was managing director of the Commentary for Combat Company. He was employed to sell of the company, which was losing money, but managed to trade it back into profit. He built his growth on a sharp and broad strategy, closing and exhaust mines and acquiring or building new ones. While working as an engineer for Rainbow, he proposed a management philosophy that was quite effective and benefited the mining firm where he worked, which was experiencing losses at the time. Henry Fagnon specialized in administrative managerial, which focused on 5 managerial functions. First is mining, organizing, commanding, coordinating, and controlling. It's called POCCC. He also created 40 management concepts. The advantage POCCC is: the first is facilities, organizations, structure. Fagnon described a hierarchical organization in which the higher layers of management serve as role leader. While this was typical operating practice in his mining firm, the hierarchical structure is still used by many small businesses today. Although more firms are adopting such structures, Fagnon's top-down approach remains popular as a method of guaranteeing that decisions are executed from the top to the bottom. Number 2 is promotes the team concept. Instead of having employees work on tasks individually, many organizations form teams of workers who have different skills and talents. Employees with opposing skills work together to compensate from each other's deficiencies. Number 3 of advantage is motivates employees through fair compensation. Non-monetary remuneration was as essential to Fagnon. Nowadays, it is easy to observe examples of such pay, such as award present to great employees and business gateways where management and staff connect as human beings without having to worry about their office rank. So, it's all advantage have its disadvantage. For disadvantage, the drawback of this philosophy is that it implies power above democracy. This is, the manager has the authority to provide orders and to encourage someone to obey those directions, but the employees may be stressed as a result of this predicament, unable to fulfill organization's objective. Number 2 of character is Mary Baker Follet. She was an American management pioneer whose contributions are more relevant to Trudy Consul than others. According to John Thorne, her biographer, is without the benefits of modern research method, Follet developed such original methodology analysis of leadership, power and authority, conflict and group behavior that her ideas form the basis of much of our modern discourse about organization and management. Although Follet was educated in political science and spent much of her career in community and social work, she became in high demand as a speaker to business audiences in both America and Britain. During the last 8 years of her life, her management lectures and articles were later edited by 2 key individuals in the management movement of the day. Peter Drucker, who later dubbed Follet the paper of management, noted that she was unknown to him and others involved in American management consulting and education in the early 1950s, considerably now. Follet's work is barely known and perhaps considerably less read. She is well known for being a management expert who incorporated ideas from psychology and human relation into her thinking. Follet became well known as a business writer and lecturer. She is an associate professor at the London School of Economy. She also once provided President Theodore Roosevelt personal advice. Mary Baker Follet's theory. principle of coordination. First is direct contact. Direct contact communication between employees and supervisor aids business in avoiding conflict and misunderstanding. Having frequent meeting or discussing tasks in person is an easy method to put this idea into reality. Number 2 is early stage. Managers should learn the gaps coordination as soon as possible. None should feel less important than the next. Everyone plays a vital function to complement the others. Number 3 is reciprocal relationship. Everyone employee, regardless of their position in the business, is accountable for doing their part and integrate with the rest of the team. It is a team effort, thus no one individual should either less or more than other. Number 4 is continuous process. Coordination must be maintained by manager. Don't really study and forget this concept. Incorporate them into all you do. Advantage of theory is number 1, it enhances employee management. The underlying forward-thinking idea of flawless work that give an individual freedom to perform their job will make them happier and productive and more agent remains at the heart of many successful work environments today. By fostering ownership and accountability for success at each level of a hierarchy, flawless idea drive people to rise the management and committed to an organization. Number 2 is allows for flexibility. Flexibility is found inside autonomy. Employers convey that they trust their employers to choose the most effective and productive method to contribute to the team by developing personal ownership of business goals, while also providing for freedom in accomplishing them. Flexibility also fosters innovative problem solving in order to identify successful long-term solutions for the firm. Number 3. Promotes a flat hierarchical structure. Again, Fowler did not believe in completely eliminating hierarchies. Instead, small business can benefit from flat hierarchy structure, which have little to no middle management between employees and executives. Because smaller teams are more common in small business than in large corporations, executives and business owners can foster closer relationship with their employees and power with them rather than power of them. Number 4 is encourage employee cooperation across teams. Successful from value two-way interaction between executive and employees just as much as co-worker relationship. With this system, mentor connection and other collaboration programs that fosters cooperation among employees who do not regularly work together provide various benefits to small organizations. These advantages. Number 1 is no specific theory or strategy. Number 2, this not always will integrate. Problem solving is not always possible. Number 3 is law of discipline. The last is will not be effective today's larger companies and franchise. Number 3 of character is Credits with Low Taylor. He was born in 1856 to Conquer family. His government town, Filipina. Taylor's father is Latin Taylor, a president-educated lawyer, but his were on motorcycles. Taylor's mother is Emily Ann Taylor. She was an ardent abolitionist and co-worker with Lucretia Mott. His father's ancestor, Small Taylor, settled in Bolton, New Jersey in 1677. His mother's ancestor, Edward Winslow, was one of the 15 original Mayflower pilgrims who brought 7 or children and one of 8 who had the honorable distinction of Mr. Winslow served for many years as the governor of the Plymouth colony. He was educated early by his mother and studied for 2 years in France and Germany before traveling Europe for 18 months. In 1872, he entered at Phillips Exeter Academy in Exeter, New Hampshire, with the intention of eventually attending Harvard and becoming a lawyer like his father. In 1874, Taylor passed the Harvard entrance examination with honor. However, Taylor allegedly selected a different course due to quickly worsening eyesight. When Taylor worked at Midfield, he had canonically won the first tennis doubles tournament in the 1881 U.S. National Champions. The precursor of the U.S. Open, Taylor became a student of 7 Institute of Technology, studying via correspondence and obtaining a bachelor's degree in medical engineering in 1883. On May 3, 1884, he married Louise and Swanner of Philadelphia. They have 3 children. He is Captain Taylor, Robert Taylor, and Elizabeth Taylor. On October 1996, Taylor was awarded an honorary degree of Doctor of Science by the University of Pennsylvania. Taylor eventually became a professor at the Tuck School of Business at Dartmouth College. He is also known for father of scientific management, efficiency movement, and industrial engineering. In early spring of 1915, Taylor caught pneumonia and died. One day after his 59th birthday, on March 21, 1915, he was buried in West Laurel Hill Cemetery in Ballast, Pennsylvania. Furthermore, in 1909, predicts Winslow Taylor published The Principles of Scientific Management. He takes what he learned from these hopeless experiments. Taylor developed 4 principles of scientific management. These principles are also known simply as Taylorism. There are 4 principles of Taylor's scientific management theory that includes: number 1 is scientific methods are used to discover the most efficient way to perform a task. So, advantage for this theory is we can analyze work process. We can help determine the most efficient way to completing a task by experimenting with several different methods to find out which method takes the less amount of the time and the fewest steps to complete. Number 2 is clear division of responsibilities. This advantage is can define and delegate tasks, assigning one employee to do a variety of tasks of complete a project from start to finish. Manager can break up complicated project by assigning employees to one specific task. This will allow the employee to become efficient at completing their part of the project. Number 3 is performance-based pay. This theory also have advantages such as company managers should strive to recognize employees' skill and assign employees to tasks best suited to their talents so they can be as productive as possible. Number 4 is rigid hierarchy and strict sovereignty of employees. Advantage of theory is ensuring that each employee understands what is expected of them and the work they should report can be held within a workplace hierarchy. So the con is Taylor's theory are that this management system is cost limited and the control of employers may reduce their creativity and motivation towards work. Moreover, workers are alienated, employment increases as workers can be easily replaced by new technologies and employees are de-skilled. The last character is Max Weber. His full name is Maximilian Karl Emanuel. Weber was born in Erfurt, a bustling commercial city in what is now Central Germany. On April 21, 1864, Weber spent his life in a rapidly industrializing and increasing militaristic Germany, living through the devastation of the First War and witnessing the rise of fascism during the early years of the Weimar Republic. Like many writers and thinkers of his day, he was interested in how this new industrial society came to be. His most famous work, The Persistent Ethic and the Spirit of Capitalism, was a patient answer to the question. Weber will also come to create a particular approach to sociological inquiry, more focused on interpretation and less focused on policy purpose than Duchamp. In 1893, Weber married his distant cousin, Marianne Scheitiger, later a feminist active, and also in her own right, who was instrumental in collecting and publishing Weber's journal article as book after his death. They had no children. Their marriage granted long-awaited financial independence to Weber, allowing him to finally leave his parents' household. Weber suddenly passed away at Spanish due to the flu on 14 June 1920 at the age of 56. Not long after he had begun his productive but erratic career. A framework known as Weberian bureaucracy must be used in all large organizations. According to Max Weber's theory, all bureaucratic management, he just doing this to guarantee the structural efficiency of all jobs performed by a sensible workforce. Additionally, in Max Weber's bureaucracy, competence and qualification are the only criteria used higher and former employees. The 6 principles of Max Weber bureaucracy, which have specific characteristics, include the following. Number 1, task specialization. Number 2 of principle is formal selection. Hiring and onboarding of employees in the bureaucracy are done exclusively according to the specialized and technical skill of the candidates. This skill may have been acquired by the candidate through education, training, and experience. Number 3 of principle is impersonal relationships. Another principle of the bureaucratic theory is that the relationship among employees and between manager and employers must be impersonal. They should only be of a professional nature. Weber included this principle in his theory because he felt it would eliminate nepotism, politics, and outsider involvement. This advantage of theory is, number 1, the bureaucratic management theory given by Max Weber has highly rigid and strict regulation to follow for the employees and managers. Number 2, informal groups such as contractors play a significant role in the most business organizations, but they are not important in Max Weber's management theory. Number 3 is the Weberian model of bureaucracy requires a ton of paperwork, which contributes to a huge waste of money, effort, and time. And number 4 is a large number of rules and formalities tend to delay the decision-making process and important business tasks. The conclusion, my viewpoint of all concept is that for Henry Fagnon, he is a very planning person. Because of that, he focuses on POCCC. If a company uses POCCC, it will be easy to organize and quality work. Next, for Mary Baker Fagnon, her opinion is also very admired, but there will also be sequences, so the theory have pros and cons. This is because she does not believe in hierarchy to be used in a small organization. From my point of view, I agree with her method because for a small organization, everyone's opinion is needed, not just manager. Another one of her ways is also good because employers can go directly to their superior, so there is no misunderstanding. Then, for Felix Winslow, one of the things I agree with is the payment of wages according to work performance. This is because everyone will be more enthusiastic in doing their job. That is one of the good things. In other ways, I also agree because it is indeed useful for today's time. The last, for Max Weber, one of these advantages, it's true that for today's time to open a business, we no longer use bureaucracy because it's suitable for the government. And we need to make quick decisions so the customer don't run away. But all jobs have their own laws to improve employee discipline. So that's all from me. Thank you.